All right, before we get to the draft, I do have one last question, and
Is it a Dolph Shays question?
no, this is not a Dolph Shays question, but you watch the NBA, and we players, teams, the media, we all talk about the Lakers because they have the greatest player of our generation and one of the all-time greats. I'm not going to compare eras or players in that regard, but I think LeBron is the greatest player of our generation.
Shot over 40% in his career.
He has shot over 40%. Highly efficient, that LeBron James. And I'm just curious from your perspective. You're friends with Russ, friends with LeBron, we're his teammate. And because it's the Lakers and because it's LeBron, like the amount of scrutiny that those guys have to deal with, is it fair? Is it unfair? Is it spot on? What's your sort of perspective on it?
Yeah, I mean, I've always said that Bron has like a gravitational pull, right? Like everybody, the media, people that love him, people that hate him, people that love the Lakers, hate the Lakers, all media. I mentioned that already, but like everybody just like focuses on that. So any step in the wrong direction, people are just going to like take that and just keep just grinding away on it. And it's tough. I mean, it's obviously a massive media market. Everybody expects the Lakers to do great things, especially with having a big three, with, even with AD being out, they expect big things from him. But it's tough. Like, I played with Bron and we were under a lot of scrutiny as well in Cleveland, and we had great expectations, and people were saying, finals or championship or bust. So with that, yeah, every little misstep, or you lose 3 in a row, or you're hovering around 500, it's just, a dozen different storylines. It's a soap opera. People always got to have stuff to talk about, 24/7, 365 media presence and different storylines. If not, it's, you're not going to get your ratings. People aren't going to watch the show. I mean, it's just a fact.
No, that's why I asked you. That's literally the reason I asked you. You live that. You live that.
You could tell by the SportsCenter Instagram of how much they put LeBron up, no matter what happens with him, that it's a numbers thing.
No, it's totally a numbers thing. And I mean, listen, like JJ said, he's the greatest player of our generation, and in the GOAT talks, like, and people are going to follow his every move. So his team, if somebody's not performing or somebody is, messing up, the Lakers season, so they say, then, they're going to be the scapegoat. And listen, with AD out, would things likely be going different for us? I think so. I think, if AD comes back and he's healthy and motivated, he takes that team obviously to a different stratosphere. I think Russ plays better. I think Bron continues to play the way that he does, because it opens up, so many different things for him. But yeah, I would be surprised if they figure it out, I would say All-Star break and after All-Star break. I do feel like they will make some noise. How far they will go, I don't know. But, I think, some of the expectation and the scrutiny is I'm not going to say unwarranted, but in some ways unfair, because you got to see how it plays out. We've been in a situation before where, we made the finals and we were, I forget our record, but it's just, there were times where it wasn't pretty.
That 2018 team, and you guys made a bunch of changes.
Correct.
That was the year Kyrie left. You got off to a terrible start. You made changes.
Huge expectation.
Yeah.
Huge expectation.
Sure.
With, a bunch of very talented, Hall of Fame guys on the team, guys that in different situations were amazing. But again, it's like, it doesn't, just because you look good on paper doesn't mean it's gonna work in your favor. So, a little tough for me to, understand what's going on there, because I'm not within the group. But, I think you can't throw all, one bunch of guys together in 1 year, or half a season, figure it out. And it's not going to be, what, were they going to be the first seed? No. Second seed? Probably not. Third, who knows? But like, make the playoffs, matchups, how it breaks down within the teams that make it on your side, you just never know. So
yeah, I think to your point about AD, LeBron has missed, I think 12 games.
Yeah.
I think AD's missed like 17 or I don't know, I think 17, something like that. And then they just have a weirdly kind of constructed roster. But
yes,
I said this a couple weeks ago to somebody, I can't remember who, and I'm like, there is a version in my mind where they figure out how to spread the floor, sort of like the Rockets bubble team, that 2020 team, where they went just super small and put PJ Tucker at the 5 and just gave Russ space to be Russ. And that team turned the corner and had a ton of success. Russ was fantastic the last few months of the season. Like, there's a scenario to me where they do turn this thing around because, look, they have those 3 guys, and those 3 guys are great players. Yeah,
it's definitely
there. Yeah.
That's why I'm saying it's there somewhere. I just think it's been it's been ugly. There's no reason that team with that talent level, and you said it is oddly a constructed team or an oddly constructed team, but there's something in there that could and should work. At what capacity, I don't know, but I do think that they're able to beat any team in the league on any given night. Now, in a 7-game series, we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah.